Back in 1987, Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage combined their might to become the Mega Powers. The collision of the Madness and the Mania not only caused some eye-watering color clashes, seriously, this is like a magic eye picture, but lit the fuse on a 3-year feud that would blow the roof off of WrestleMania 5 and become the blueprint for long-term storytelling in WWE. Now let's see if we can condense 3 years into about 3 minutes. This is Fast Feud, Hogan vs. Savage. 1987, WrestleMania 3. A slam was heard around the world, cementing Hogan as the biggest star in wrestling. While he had toppled the Giant, it was Randy Savage and Ricky Steamboat who stole the show, earning Savage a push. Not too long after, Randy was about to be bonked by the Honky Tonk Man and co., and real-life wife/fictional manager Miss Elizabeth ran to get some help. She ran right into some 24-inch pythons, brother! Hogan and his guns chased off the goons, saving Savage and leading to a now iconic handshake. Both guys approached the handshake like it was giving them static shocks, but it sparked a story that would take 3 years to culminate. Hulk would lose the title to Andre at Saturday night's main event, giving us our first screw job as Dave and Earl Hebner pulled off twin magic to swindle Hulk out of the belt. This was all the design of the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase, who paid off Andre to hand over the title. Thankfully, the WWF stripped the title off DiBiase faster than Vince gives up on promising young stars, and declared a tournament to determine the new champion at WrestleMania 4. Savage won the tournament with help from Hogan and a steel chair. From there, the Mega Powers would unite. At SummerSlam 88, it was the Mega Powers versus the Mega Bucks. Miss Elizabeth whipped off her skirt, and suddenly there was more than one Randy in the ring. While the Bucks were thinking with their downstairs department, Hogan and Savage went over. But Hogan also went over the line, picking up Elizabeth during the celebration and hinting at the first problem within the Powers. Savage wasn't a fan of Hogan and Elizabeth getting so close. Randy was a jealous man, a green-eyed monster maniac would eventually rear its ugly head. But this was subtle to start, just planting seeds. You have to admit, Vince McMahon was a wrestling genius back then. Vince has forgotten more about wrestling than most people know, like storytelling, how to book a babyface, or sensical stipulations. Anyway, Miss Elizabeth started managing Hogan for his matches too. This was just too much for Savage to handle. Fast forward to 1989. At Saturday night's main event, the Mega Powers would face the Twin Towers. Savage dared to dive to the outside and whipped his opponent but didn't miss Elizabeth. Rushing to tend to his downed friend and wiped out wife, Hogan made the strange decision to carry Elizabeth to the back and look for a medic. He sold the whole thing by acting like Elizabeth was on death's door. I use the term acting here loosely. So loosely it's become untethered from all meaning, drifted off into the great worldless void, and disappeared forever. It was A doctor managed to save Elizabeth, meaning Hogan would return to the ring, tagging back into the match but causing Savage to freak out. Randy slapped Hogan and left, defying the 2-on-1 odds, though Hulk won out and confronted Savage in the training room. Savage told Hogan he was afraid to come after him like a real man and said Hulk could never beat him for the title. So the Mega Powers exploded, meaning it would be Savage versus Hogan at WrestleMania 5. But the question on everyone's lips was which corner would Elizabeth be in, Hogan or Savage? Elizabeth would actually go to the neutral corner, and so would the crowd. Because Hogan was clearly supposed to be the babyface in all this, but the crowd was split. He was messing with the man's wife after all. The match took place and Hogan would win after hooking up at a Savage's elbow drop finisher. He'd hit the leg drop and the rest was history. 3 years to build one match at the biggest event of the year, it was beautiful. They didn't face each other 45 times, trading wins in 1 month to build a throwaway pay-per-view. It was simple, straightforward, and fantastic. The subtle storytelling and slow build made the payoff so satisfying for fans, and that's why Hogan vs. Savage is one of the best feuds of all time. This has been Fast Feud, Hogan vs. Savage. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, why not give it a thumbs up, drop a comment with your favorite moment from this feud, and subscribe to partsFUNknown for even more wrestling-themed content, like fantasy bookings from Adam, explainers from Lori, and our wrestling role-playing series No Rolls Barred. Oh, and the next installment in Fast Feuds.